Hey guys, so I'm a private investigator licensed in Michigan, and I've been in the industry since 2003. Primarily I do insurance fraud investigations, and I wanted to talk a little bit about a couple of the apps on the Android market, the SVR recorder and the video timestamp. Now, when I first started in the industry, we had, oh God, all kinds of cords and Covert cameras ran on 9-volt batteries, and you only get about 45 minutes out of them. And then, technology evolved a little bit, and micro SD started coming out, later on in the late 2000s, mid to late 2000s. Keychain cams, pen cams, I've used them. The video quality, especially in bar situations, low light, is absolutely horrendous. They're grainy. Even in well lit conditions, they're just poor quality. In my opinion, with cell phones nowadays, there's no reason to have any other covert camera other than your cell phone. But a lot of people say, well, how do I get my timestamp on there? Or how do I do this? How do I do that? Now, I came from a Samsung Galaxy S4, and that's about a year and a half ago, and that's when I stopped using those keychain cams, and I just went strictly with my Galaxy because the video quality was so much better. This is a Note 4, even better video quality, and it has image stabilization. So the camera is just phenomenal on this phone. The great thing about phones, people don't think twice to even look at an investigator that's holding their cell phone, because everybody does it. You can prop it up on the table, you can put it in your jacket pocket. I never take video with my phone straight up like this, because one, the video quality, when you transfer it over, it's going to be upright, it's going to be small and narrow. But if you turn it to the side, it's pretty much like, like you're watching your television or recording from the camera that I'm recording from. This is actually SVR recorder. If I go into the preferences here, you can change the icon, which I already have. Where's it at? Here, launcher icon. You can make it, this is what it'll look like, SVR Pro, this little red dot. Actually, I didn't mean to click it, but this will change here. It'll remove these icons, and then you just drag it. See, it changed it to that. So I'll put them back here. So let's talk a little bit about the preferences. For the video camera, you can use your front or your back. Obviously, you always pretty much want your back, because you want to film out of this camera and not this camera. Your video quality. Now, your video quality, you can go from anywhere from 4K, 1080, depending on your phone, all the way down to 176, 144. I like to provide my clients with the highest quality video, so I always put it at the max. Now, when you install this app is $9.99 on the Android market, by the way, but to me, well worth it, considering the keychain cams. I've seen them anywhere from $10 to $100, so depending on the seller. So this is definitely worth it. I think it comes with 1 minute checked. Again, this is a Galaxy Note 4, so I have a lot of room on this phone. I think I have 32 gigs with probably like 20 left right now on this phone, and then I also have a 64 gigabyte card, but I can install up to 128 gigs. So anyways, I have it set at no limit. For the duration. For the orientation, this is actually important. The only time you want to use auto is if you're actually going to record somebody holding your phone upright, which just would kind of look weird, especially if you're going into a store. But I'll talk about that in a minute. This already comes with a, I changed the name of the folder and everything. I think it says something SVR. You can also put it, store the videos on an external hard drive, but the problem I've noticed with that is I'm not able to find my videos in the gallery, which I need to be able to find them. This haptic feedback, I really don't know what it does with this app. Show notifications, what that does is when you click this, see, it says SVR active and it puts this little bubble there to let you know that it's on. I don't care for that, so I just uncheck it and it goes off. So the next one is screen message. What screen message does is if your recorder is active, you turn the recorder on by pressing a volume key. I do leave that on because it lets me know the recording has started. So as I said, it's on auto right now, so my phone's held upright. But if I go into a store, I want to shut my screen off, I'm going to hold my phone, you know, so my camera's facing forward. If I have my hold my phone down to my side, and I'm just sitting there recording the guy doing whatever. No one thinks anything because I'm holding my phone. Problem is, let me shut this off. I'll press the recording or the volume button to stop the recording, and I can go in here to my gallery, and there's the video I just created. Now I'm holding it sideways. What happens when I want to watch the video? The video's sideways. I can't turn that type of video into my client. So what you want to do is you want to go back into the orientation. Now if you're holding the phone with your left hand like I just was, you want it at 90 degrees. So if I press record again, just started, I can close this, shut this. Now I'm holding the camera to my side. If I want to shut it off again, it just shut off. Well, sooner or later this will read my fingerprint. Alright, so I go into my gallery again. There's a second video I just took. Oh, see, that didn't change. The reason why it didn't change is because I didn't shut this off. You have to shut it off and then restart the recorder. I forgot about that. So let me go just do another clip. Turn the recorder back on. Stop the recording. Okay, there's the third video. So let's look at it normally. And then there it is. Covert video. That looks properly. Now, if you hold the phone with your left hand and you want to, and somebody's off to your right, with your right hand, and somebody's off to your right and you're holding it like this, instead of the 90 degrees, you want to go back into your video orientation and go 270 degrees. Now again, you're going to have to stop the app and then restart the app. So I just close this down. I'm holding the phone like this. You can hear it turn on. So it's recording right now. Click the volume button again, and it just stopped. So let me go see this video. And that's with my right hand. So you just got to play with it. Now, the next app I want to talk about is the video timestamp. So the first thing I did, because I think it's fluorescent green standard, is I just leave my text at medium. Timestamp, I like it in the lower left hand corner. You can place it wherever you want. The text color, I find that it shows up best if it's white. I do have it, I do have an outline or background, basically just put like a drop shadow behind it, and then the color is black. And you can make this any color you want, but again, I choose white. And then for my video quality, better, works for me. It still looks crystal clear. So anyways, if I go into here, all I do is I go click add timestamp, show, I just show all. Now if your phone is wrong, has the wrong time, you can click this and change the time on it. But remember, you can't, this has to be from like the original file. You can't, you know, edit it and put it back on your phone and then try to get this to work, because I've tried it and it just doesn't. You have to do it when you're doing it. So let's see, this video is only 9 seconds, the last one I just did. So I'm gonna click that. This is the time on my phone. Click OK. And it's gonna process this video. Then once I'm done, I get a notification. Go into my gallery. And I made a new folder. But that last video I just took now has the time and the date. And it's counting. So in my opinion, these are the only two apps you need. You're gonna provide your clients with just phenomenal covert video. I just recently did one, and I followed a lady down to a casino and got quite a bit of video of her playing the slots, and she says she's totally disabled. So again, you know, and I got that wow factor from the client because my video was such a high quality in a low light setting that she was amazed. So anyways, and another good thing about this SVR Pro is if you are recording, let's say I'm recording and I'm going into a store, or I mean into a restaurant, and I want to prop my phone up on the table but not look suspicious, I can open up Netflix. As long as it's upright, I can open up Netflix or Dish Network, and I can still watch live TV while this camera's still recording. So, you know, if they were to walk behind me and say, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just watching TV." And they won't think anything of it. Sometimes the most obvious is the least suspicious. So if I go back in, let me shut that camera off. It just stopped. Now, I may have had it on the wrong orientation. Yeah, I think I did. So anyways, my video is upside down. And I downloaded it. But since it's already on my phone, I have it here. So basically, if I want to turn it to the right, let's see. Let me go to export. Export. For some reason it didn't do that. Let's see how long. Let me open it up. Okay, this is 14 seconds. So I'm going to click this. Save. My video is sideways. There it is. You move this back and forth. So now I'm going to export this video. Export, it's going to say Video Exporter 1. Oops, didn't mean to turn on the recorder. Let me just shut that off. So, let me go into my gallery, and here's the export. This is the last one I just made. And there, now we have the correct, where the video looks right. Now the problem is, let me go back to the original file. The original file, go into details, it's at 10:02:41. That's the very first second of this clip would be at 10:02:41, because the title, the name of the file, is always the date and the time. So let me close that, back out of here, go back into export. Now my export has this name, Video Editor 1, not 10:02. It's 10:02:41. I'm just going to copy that. So here is, let's open up video timestamp again. Add timestamp. Now the folder I want to go to is the export from the corrected video. Duration 14 seconds. I don't know what made this one, but today's the 8th. 10:02. $41. So I'm going to click that. This December 8th, 10:02:41. Click OK. And now it's done. Go into my gallery. And there it is. 10:02. Correct time and date. And that's it. So the again, the cell phones obviously take much better video than the old days, the keychain cams and all that. So these are two apps that are a must-have in my opinion. If you have an Android device and you're an investigator, these will help you out so much, plus provide you with happy clients, because now there's no reason not to go into a store or a restaurant or, you know, a football game or baseball game and just sit next to them and videotape them, and they'll never know. If you got a OtterBox on your phone and you got a, you know, clip that you hang on your belt, and you just have the phone sideways, you know, on your left or right side depending on where they're at, and just sit there with just your phone, they're not going to think anything of it. Now I will say that if you receive a call, it's going to stop the recording, so you know, you can turn airplane mode on to make sure you won't be bothered. But other than that, that's it. Thanks for watching.